guy on the left. Because he is actually holding a sports bag. Rather than pretending to play the guitar. Yeah, see, one does not strum on the strings with one's thumb unless one has no fucking clue how to play a steel string flat top guitar. And that looks like a C major chord, but wait, I think you've moved to there is something like F suspended fourth? You haven't barred it, so this is the sound you're making there, and this is the face you're pulling. In my humble contention, that will not make you more attractive to anyone, but I'm not exactly an expert. Okay, a French study showed that women were more likely to give their number to... a musician than a sportsman? I mean, an understanding of spatial mathematics is pretty hot. But arguably not as hot as an understanding of the abstractions of sonic patterns. Like I always say, music is the mathematics of emotion. And you can see why women appreciate that. Because it makes sense of the senseless. Again, I'm no expert, but is that what you were trying to say? Oh. Okay, so you needn't learn the guitar. You needn't even have a guitar. You just need a guitar case. It's not your mind that women are attracted to, it's just the object you're holding. So you think you're advising men on how to be attractive, and your first tip might as well be women are more attracted to a man holding a diamond than a man holding a ruby. Perchance have you heard of a phenomenon called objectification? Right, well, I stand corrected on the rubies. The colour red can be a signal of power, status and confidence. Nice. So if you feel like upholding hegemonic masculinity, go with red. Insert your own communism joke here. Be sure to smile. Like, be sure is something you say as a reminder. If you have to remind yourself to smile, you're not really smiling. You're just pinching your face up to please people. Every other animal can do that. But no other animal does. Yeah, it might not surprise you to learn that I'm no stranger to being told by a stranger, smile, it might never happen. I'm sure we've all experienced it at some point, when someone you've never met basically comes up to you and tells you you're being an eyesore on their precious landscape. And you're telling us those people have a point. Are you? Well, allow me to offer a counter-argument. This goes out to all humans, men, women, and children alike, all over the world, even princes and paupers, even presidents, even ceremonial Chinese drummers. If you do not feel like smiling, then you do not have to smile. Take it from a comedian. I very much enjoy it when people smile, even when they're thousands of miles away and I can't see them. But when I say I make people smile, I mean I create a situation in which people want to smile. Making people smile is when you point a camera at them and tell them to say cheese. And you might as well be saying, you don't look happy enough for my journal. You don't match up to my beauty standards. Smile for the visiting foreign dignitaries, or they might get the impression that our infrastructure has collapsed and we're all starving. Well, I will not smile for you. I will not say cheese for you. I will not praise the dear leader for you. I will do, with my own face, as I jolly well please. And if by chance that happens to be attractive to women, so be it. Yeah, I'll trim down the bullshit for the rest of these. Crossed arms can subconsciously say that you don't want to be approached. First of all, sometimes people wear revealing outfits. Sometimes it's because they want to be approached, and sometimes it's because it's a hot day. And sometimes people fold their arms, sometimes because they don't want to be approached, and sometimes because it's a cold day. And they really appreciate a hug. It is not difficult to figure out what people are consciously thinking. You need only ask. Anyone who will assume you're not worth talking to just because you're folding your arms is themselves probably not worth talking to. There you go. Cross your arms. It will ward off the judgmental defeatists like the emotional vampires they are. Secondly, is unapproachable necessarily unattractive? A wedding ring can and does consciously say that you don't want to be approached in that way. When a man is wearing a wedding ring, is that a turn-off? Legend has it it's not. And thirdly, I'm not trimming this bullshit at all. Thirdly, it certainly does not matter how approachable you appear if you are trying to attract a heterosexual woman. 99% of heterosexual women will not approach you no matter how attractive you appear, because they do not consider it their responsibility to do the approaching. How about you work on the possible root causes of that little cultural inequality before you start telling men not to cross their fucking arms when they're begging women for their company? For the most part, they already know that. Their hands have to be outstretched in order to buy her a drink. Try this experiment, right? When you're out in public one day, like in a mall or a station or whatever, try standing there with your hands by your sides, keep them in the vicinity of your sides, and try just to look casual and nonchalant. See how long it takes you to feel like a complete dick. I can't go more than 5 seconds without putting my hands in my pockets or folding and unfolding my arms or focusing on something or walking somewhere. I don't care how attractive it might look to be able to stand there and simply be, but I can't hack it. Standing still and saying cheese are things that professional models are good at. But for me, if I look like I'm taking up space and not doing anything, I feel very fucking awkward. But you may feel quite free and welcome to ask me what I'm doing. And you know what? I might very well reply, "Oh, nothing. Tell me what you're doing." I'm a complicated guy. See, look at that guy. He's got shit to do. He's busy. He looks interested, and therefore interesting. You take that last guy, who's just got his hands by his sides with a stupid look on his face. Look at him, side by side with the guy who's communicating with the global information repository on a device the size of a Pop-Tart. Which one looks like a zombie? Not which one looks more like a zombie, which one actually looks like a fucking zombie. A Match.com survey found that both sexes find bad spelling and bad grammar to be unattractive. Well, that might be because it's bad. If you classify it as bad by definition, you're as good as classifying it as unattractive by definition. You might find the Queen's English bad. The Queen might find memory-saving text-speak shorthand bad. Who am I to correct any of you? But the thing is, when your phone thinks you've misspelled a word, it puts a red line under the word. And as soon as a woman sees the colour red, her pussy just empties. God damn it, Buzzfeed. You're like a Lynx commercial for everything. not want to get me started on dogs. Nurturance. Brilliant. I thought it was called nurture. You learn something new every day. In my opinion, the way you treat pets should have little to no bearing on how you treat people whom you are supposed to consider your equals. If you consider your pet to be your equal, then you have a very skewed conception of what equality is. And if I've learned anything in the past few years, it's that a skewed conception of equality is very much a red flag. And that's red, so you've all just slid off your seats. Come on, girl. Up you come. Up you come. You don't need men in your life. You just need dogs and women. And God, just so it's bookended. We replaced men with no one. See, it used to be dog, women, Whiffman, God. And now it's just dog, Nemo, women, God. Which is a palindrome. How do you surround every man with women? You have equal amounts of men and women. How do you arrange them so that every man is surrounded by women and no two men are adjacent? The exact answer depends on just how you wish to tessellate it, but one thing we know for sure is you're going to have to eject, kill, or mysteriously misplace a significant portion of your male figurines, leaving behind a tournament species of polyamorous primates. Good job, Buzzfeed! Now these are some people who know how to prepare for a zombie apocalypse. Goodbye, and fuck right back to the Pleistocene, why don't you?